Now let's talk about the camera. As far as the camera is concerned, you get triple camera setup in both these phones. With the Vivo, you get a 50 megapixel of wide, 64 megapixel of periscope telephoto camera, and a 50 megapixel of ultra wide. And also with the Vivo, you get a 3x of an optical zoom. When you compare that with the Samsung, you get a 50 megapixel of wide, 10 megapixel of telephoto, and a 12 megapixel of an ultra wide. Yes, Samsung has also got a 3x optical zoom. The one biggest disappointment which I have with the Samsung pretty much a lot of people have, is the cameras are nothing new. They have been the same last year and they have been the same the year before that one. And that is something which bothers me. And as far as the selfie camera is concerned, the Vivo has got a 32 megapixel of a selfie camera. When you compare it with the Samsung, again, it's a disgrace. It's got a 10 megapixel of front selfie camera. When you compare it with the Vivo, Vivo has got a 32 megapixel of inner selfie camera. And this is where it gets really weird, because with the Samsung, you get an atrocious, absolutely shambles of a 4 megapixel of a wide under display selfie camera. That is absolutely rubbish. And as far as the video recording is concerned, the Vivo records 1080p at 30 fps. It does not record 4K. You have got such a great hardware over here where you can record 8K at 4K. Why can't they give a 4K recording in the inner display? And that's the department where Samsung does good, is in the video recording. It does 8K, 4K in the back cameras, and also in the selfie camera, they do a 4K video recording. The output which you get from these cameras makes a huge difference. Say for example, the pictures taken from the Vivo, if I take a picture from the Samsung, that's 2K, that's 3K, and that's 10x. The same thing with the Samsung, that's a 3x zoom, 10x zoom. So if I compare it, you can actually see the clarity of both the phones. You can actually see the picture taken from the Vivo is far superior than the output which you actually get from the Samsung with the 10x. You can actually see the detail which is captured on the Vivo when you compare it with the Samsung. It's even captured the small grain of a black mark in the toy. However, with the Samsung, I can't even see that. You can actually see a wee bit of speck over there, but that's a huge difference. That over there versus you can't even see anything at all. The colors represented over here in the Vivo are absolutely true to life what I actually see with my naked eyes. As far as Samsung is concerned, that's entirely different color from what I actually see over there. And that is the output what you get with the 3x. Vivo produces far better picture than what you get with the Samsung. Samsung pictures, the definition is not that great. You can actually see over here as well, there's a wee bit of thread over there, but over here it just looks kind of blurry, which is something really shocking. You can actually see the detail captured in the eye over here and the eye over there. That's a big major difference. That's how it is in the 1x. Even the 1x also, the pictures taken in the Vivo are much more better than what you see on the Samsung. Clearly, Vivo absolutely thrashes Samsung in the way the pictures are, and that is a 10x. 10x, both of them are digital zooms with 10x, but look at the clarity on the Vivo. Look at that. So that has captured much more detail. There is a wee scratch in the toy over here, but you can actually see that is being clearly captured, whereas in Samsung it's completely washed off. That picture is ridiculous. So overall, comparing these two phones in the camera department, I would definitely say Vivo absolutely kicks Samsung as far as the camera is concerned. So I would definitely give Vivo 5 points for the camera and 2 points for camera for the Samsung. Now let's talk about the software experience. As far as the software is concerned, both of them run on the latest Android 14 and both of them are running the latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor, which actually make running applications or running any kind of things absolutely fast. There is no jitters or lags. Everything seems to be running perfectly fine. Whether you are using the outer screen to actually browse through content, or if you want to use the inner screen to view your content, they run absolutely fine. That is purely because of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor, along with that the 120Hz refresh rate. So both of them, as you can see, they are very fluid. It's a thing of the past when Android phones were muddled with app crashes and lagginess, but nowadays the Android phones are so refined that you can't actually find any kind of crashes or lags in the latest Android phones. But as far as the Vivo is concerned, Vivo runs with the Fun Touch operating system. That is purely because this is a global edition. The global edition runs on the Fun Touch OS when you compare to the Chinese edition, which runs a different OS. However, when you compare that with the Samsung runs with the One UI. And one big major factor as far as Samsung is concerned, like say for example, if I see something, I can just press the home button over here. I can just press this one and I can just circle to search, and that actually will give me the kind of plans. Or if you are out for shopping, if you see something, if you just click on that and just circle to search, I feel like that is something which is lacking in the Vivo. And also the Samsung also has got the good lock. You can do a lot of customizations with that one. The Samsung does a brilliant job when you compare with the Vivo. As far as the score for the software is concerned, Samsung, I would say, takes the cake in this one with 5 points. So I would give Vivo 3 points on the software. Now let's talk about the battery in these two phones. As far as the Vivo is concerned, this one has got a 57 milliamp hour battery. However, the Samsung has got 4400 milliamp hour battery. In this modern days where all the manufacturers, literally whether it's a candy bar style phone or whether it is a foldable phone, literally most of the manufacturers are going for a 5000 milliamp hour battery. I just don't get it. Why does Samsung, being an Android manufacturer, Samsung has only given a 4400 milliamp hour battery? And also, not only that, the Vivo has got 100 watts of wired charging, which can charge from 0 to 100% in 31 minutes. However, the funny part is, as far as the Samsung is concerned, it can only charge with 25 watts wired, which can take from 0 to 50% in 30 minutes, whereas this one takes 0 to 100% in 31 minutes, and that's just absolutely a joke. And as far as the wireless is concerned, the Samsung can charge with 15 watts of wireless charging, whereas the Vivo can charge 50 watts of wireless charging, and both of them do reverse wireless charging. In my experience, I have seen the battery life of the Vivo can easily last me, literally easily last me a whole day. Even with heavy usage, I will not have any issues with the Vivo. As far as the Samsung is concerned, it has got a very average or mediocre battery life. So that, I would say, Vivo absolutely kills it when it comes to the battery life. So that is the only reason why I would give Vivo a 5 out of 5 and Samsung gets a paltry 3 points. So after 6 rounds of comparison between these two phones, Vivo gets 25 compared to 23 for the Samsung. So I would definitely say yes, Vivo is definitely, a brilliant phone in every regard. Yes, the software might not be up to the mark of what Samsung has, but however, every other department, Vivo absolutely excels. If you are a person who is used to using a candy bar style phone for a long time and you want to make the plunge towards the foldable phones, and if you are undecided which one to go for when you compare these two phones, because as I mentioned earlier, these two are arguably the best foldable phones in the global market which you can purchase right now. So comparing these two phones, which would I prefer? My personal choice, I would certainly go for the Vivo purely because of a wider front screen. Also, it's got a dual fingerprint sensors, which is absolutely brilliant. And the best part is the cameras. The cameras is something which Vivo absolutely kills Samsung. And also the battery life, not to forget the battery life. So overall, I would definitely pick Vivo over Samsung because definitely Vivo is a worthy winner. So let me know in the comments below if you agree with my points structure, or would you like to see more reviews like this comparing these two phones with the point structure. So if you have got any suggestions or any comments, and also let me know in the comments below, is there any other phone which you like me to compare, because I have got another comparison coming up very soon. So stay tuned for that, and if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe so that you are notified for my next video. Thank you very much for watching, and you have a lovely day.